We're living on a disk, floating through space, with a tiny sun.
Hey guys, welcome back to Fight the Flat Earth. I've got a surprise video for you today and a special guest with me. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Adam Joseph Dowdy, or I was known as Adam Joseph Dowdy on my former YouTube channel that after I left Flat Earth, I just deleted and shut down.
Okay. Obviously, Adam is someone who was involved with Flat Earth and saw the light and has come out of it. And I thought that was very interesting because so many flat earthers that I speak to are of the opinion of once you go flat, you never go back. And so I wanted to speak to Adam to find out his opinions and his thoughts on why he got into flat earth and then why he got out of it. So thank you, Adam, for doing this. Thank you very, very much. I do appreciate that. The first thing I'd like to ask you is what got you exposed to the flat earth idea in the first place?
Well, I had a YouTube channel, that YouTube channel for a while. I did music and stuff on it. And then I was doing later on, years later, just Bible studies and stuff, just simple stuff, not really looking for a following or anything. And I came across Tiger Dan,
Right. Yeah.
925, and he had mentioned in a video about flat Earth, and I was kind of interested. So I kind of looked through scripture, and then he talked about it more, and then I thought, okay, it seems like it is biblical to me, and I kind of went for it, and then I started uploading videos about flat Earth, what I found in scripture, and really followed Tiger Dam pretty much, which
So
is interesting. Yeah, very
would
well.
you say it was the scripture and the way that you were introduced to the scripture that made you
Yeah,
think that flat earth was a possibility?
yeah, I did, because you look at some scripture, only if I don't think it's actually saying that necessarily, but about the immovable earth, or the sun being in a circuit and stuff, and you kind of start to see, like Isaiah, like it is he that sitteth upon the circle of the earth. So you
Hmm.
start thinking maybe that, a flat earth map is, maybe that's what it is, like a circle or something. So you start using confirmation bias, and you start seeing it, like me as a Christian, because that's what really got into me before I started, people at P900s and all
Yeah.
these other
Flat
so-called
earthers time my
experiments.
choice.
Yeah, whatever. Or they have the P1000 now and stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Scripture was kind of the gateway for me, and I made the mistake of confusing one thing. I started seeing it as a doctrine. So you got that flat Earth doctrine, rather than, it doesn't actually say, it doesn't at all. So I started making a doctrine out of flat Earth, pretty much.
Was there any particular specific point that made you think that, oh yes, this is definitely true?
I don't know. It's just something that I gradually just started to believe. And then when well, it's out there. Patricia Steer asked me if I would come on her show. I thought to myself, well, maybe it's I don't know. I'm wondering if I'm called to do this. Should I do this? So I was really flattered. So it kind of made me feel like special, because
Okay.
I felt, so I
What kind
felt
of
it confirmed something to me. Anyways.
what kind of experiences did you have within the flat earth community?
Wow, it was like a year or so of, like, I was impressed at one thing, that my YouTube channel grew so fast, and I had a lot of people following me. Like, I never felt that important before. So why are these people following me? And
So you felt you
then
had a
you,
voice.
yeah, I felt I got a voice, even though I was getting kind of burnt out from a lot of the hate. But
Hmm.
at the same time, the hate actually fueled me to want to even go more. The
Okay.
trolls and that. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Apart from Tiger Dam, was there anyone else that helped you find this? Think that this was real?
You know what? In a strange way, even though he didn't mean to, and he doesn't even support flat Earth, is Kent Hovind.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, because in the 90s, in the mid 90s, I was in high school, and I went to a Kent Hovind seminar, and he gave his creation speech, and he did a debate at the university in town here and that. So I saw all that. And then, he went, I don't know if you know who he is, but
Yeah.
he went to prison. That, even though he doesn't support it, I started noticing around that time that he got out of prison. and all these people were trying to get him to at least look at flat Earth or a geocentric Earth or whatever like that. So, but he kept like shooting them down and putting them down. So even though he was like against it, the fact that he was putting it down so hard made me believe it even more.
Right.
Which sounds weird.
Fair enough. So at what point within your experience within flat Earth did you start to doubt the whole flat Earth thing?
I was so sold out to it. I was so sold out to it. I didn't, not till the end. I had some family members that really cared about me and everything, and I basically went out of it cold turkey. Like I was out of it. I remember it sounds stupid, like it pretty well does, but it's kind of like getting out of a cult, and I was shaking. I was literally shaking. Like I felt like I was going through attention withdrawals because I like the attention,
Mm-hmm.
and just getting out of that, like it was weird. I just went cold turkey with help of others. Like I would never have got out by myself. I don't
So
think.
would you say it was the help of others that was the thing that actually allowed you to get out of it?
Yeah, yeah, pretty much.
Do you think you could have ever left it on your own?
Oh, I don't know. I think see where I was heading, I was really burnt out, and
Mhm.
I felt the burnt out because I kept getting calls going hangouts and stuff. Sometimes I'd sit down. It's crazy because I go on Flat Earth and Other Hot Potatoes, and I'd sit there and I don't even know what they're talking about. It's like I thought we are talking about flat Earth, and they're bringing all these other topics I don't know anything about. How the heck am I even an expert at that? I don't even research this stuff. So I started feeling like r really insecure. Like, what
Right.
is this all about? So I don't think I doubted that. I start because of that, I started feeling really burnt out, like exhausted emotionally.
Okay.
I,
The way you described it as a cult, I think that's quite an accurate description. Would you see flat Earth as something that is dangerous?
I would think so because it's like you get so wrapped up in it that that you can't see anything else. And the only way I can describe it is like a fantasy land. You know, it's like you're playing Dungeons and Dragons, and it's like you're in this fantasy world, and it's like you're moving up in the ranks, and these people depend on you, and without them, they can't go on. You start feeling like
Mhm.
that. So, yeah, if that
Um,
answered your question.
whilst you were, within the cult, did you have a niggling doubt in the back of your mind? Was there ever a point that you were 100% convinced, or was there always something in the back of your mind that was like, this isn't quite right?
It was, you know what? Okay, I can answer your question, I think. Now that because I stepped away from flat Earth cold turkey, and I didn't really look at it for a while. And what I was experiencing, I think, is cognitive dissonance. Because
Mhm.
in my mind, I'm totally sold out, like totally sold out. You know, I'm getting
Mhm.
burnt out. I'm experiencing this, but in my heart, I kept feeling like, walk away. You need to leave. Don't be a part of this. So I felt like a huge conflict between my mind and my heart, I guess you could say. I really was, even though I was 100% in my mind, 100% sold out. So there's flat earthers kind of like I was. Uh, If they were that involved, I wouldn't doubt that they're experiencing the same thing.
Do you think that the flat Earth movement has been gaining momentum recently?
I think it has, and I don't know why.
No, I'm the same. I don't know why.
I can say this. Okay, I watched. I don't know if you know who Mike Hoggart is, but
Mhm.
he was what guy I used to watch for years, and now he's starting to have videos about why he doesn't believe the scripture supports flat Earth, and they're really good. Like they're really good and just logical. Go through scripture that it doesn't actually say, and everything. But sorry, I faded out.
That's all right. From a Christian standpoint, then, is there
Oh, I know what
anything in the Bible that you can see that is telling you that it's flat, or is it just all misinterpretations?
sorry, I know what I was gonna say. Sorry,
Sorry, carry
I'm
on.
yeah. I just I've been losing my train of thought. A
That's
little
all right.
dizzy. He said one thing, Mike Hoggard, that
Yeah.
the reason why, and he made a good point, which was true to me in one of his last few videos, is that it's hard to reason with a flat earther, even with logic, because it's in their heart.
Right.
and it really is like it's in there, and it's not going anywhere, and I think that's very true. There you go.
So it is a belief, then, something that
It is
is
a belief, yeah.
outside of logic.
Which is weird because you're told that, okay, when you first enter when you first enter flat Earth, you kind of believe that I was raised in a lie. Oh, the
Hmm.
heliocentric model, NASA's a lie. You watch Jeranism and everything, NASA's a lie. They're lying to us. The heliocentric model is all that bad, and we were brainwashed. Well, okay, but then you go into something else. It's brainwashing too. It's like if your eyes are truly opened, okay, if you have the truth of something that you really believe in, then why do you have to go to something else then?
Hmm.
That
Yeah.
isn't true. You know, it's like you leave one thing that you think at the time is lies, and then you go directly into something else that's way worse by far.
One of my opinions about flat earthers is that one of the reasons they hold on to it so deeply is that because they feel special because they know something that other people don't. Would you
Well,
agree with that?
it's yeah, narcissism.
Not, yeah, narcissism. That's the perfect way to
It's
put it. Absolutely.
narcissism because I kind of felt like that. I remember sharing with some people at work about it, and they kind of made fun of me a bit, some of them. But I kind of felt like, well, I know something, and it's crazy. Like I don't know if you're a Christian or not, but as a Christian, we're supposed to believe that, and I believe this, and it's faith. You can't prove it, but the greatest truth we have is Jesus. Yet for some reason, I thought, oh, there's something greater than that. It's flat Earth.
Yeah.
It's really messed up. It's messed up.
Okay. So what advice would you have for people that are looking into flat Earth but aren't really sure?
Before you get into something like that, like Mark Sargent said something that's really true. Okay,
Hmm.
he said, "Oh, you watched it." He said this years ago, and I'm pretty sure all the guy does is repeat himself. He has nothing new. He just regurgitates the same old vomit.
Oh yeah.
But what he said was, it's like a marble in your head. You watch a Flat Earth Clues, and you'll make fun of it, but it's like a marble in a paint can, and eventually you'll believe it's true. And I think there's a lot of truth to what he says. It's like I think don't even look at it. Like don't even look at it because as strong as you think you are, a lot of people don't understand real science. They
Hmm.
don't understand why science at this point has come to the conclusions they have. I mean, they're still learning about things. I'm sure 100 years from now it'll be totally different because they're learning, but
Obviously.
they're not educated in why things are the way they are to begin with. So you walk into flat Earth, and all these concepts that they teach you, and you're not grounded in why they believe what they believe. So it's easy to get drawn into that
Right.
because you don't even know what you're talking about to begin with.
That's perfect. That's exactly the kind of thoughts that I have. I think the last question that I would really ask you is that do you ever consider going back and looking into it? Is there ever any thoughts in your mind that maybe you've left something that is true, or are you completely convinced now that the Earth is a globe?
Oh, it's a globe of some kind. It's not it's not flat. There's definitely a curve, and I think there's a lot of evidence for that. Like on that, can you pronounce me nonsense
Non sequitur
petrol
show.
non sequitur? I always have
Yeah.
a hard time saying. I saw that debate with Jaron, and it's like I've watched a lot of debates and things because I think that they do the best job. I don't always agree with like everything, but I think as far as their debate format, there's nothing like it right now. I mean, you can
No, the
watch Nate.
non sequitur show is
Oh, I love
absolutely
their
brilliant.
show.
I got put on the non
Yeah.
sequitur show the other week, and I was ecstatic that they had me on
Oh,
there. So,
it's the best
um,
show. I just
yeah,
love watching it
no,
because you
sorry.
have Nathan Oakley who has debates, but they're just nonsense. It's just
No,
like
Nathan
nonsense after
Oakley's, it's not
nonsense.
debates. I've been in his room a couple of times on different accounts, and both times I was banned within 30 seconds.
Mhm. It's just
He,
nonsense.
no,
That's all it is.
I've offered to debate Nathan Oakley, but he won't come out behind his mute button.
Hmm.
So,
But my
um,
my point, sorry, my point was like you have Jaron and these other people on a boat in Flat Earth,
yeah,
and you have like Red's Rhetoric and some others that just totally like just slam them. Like there's no doubt it's not even like Jaron had one good point that couldn't be refuted. Yet he
yeah,
goes back to his channel, he goes back to Globebusters, and they believe him.
yeah.
And it's like you did your best, buddy. You did your best. No, you didn't. You
Even though
lost
he
because you have
clearly got
nothing.
destroyed. Yeah,
He was
absolutely.
destroyed. Like my God, I don't
Yeah.
know if I would have saw that years ago. I don't know what would be going through my mind. Definitely there's got to be. if you really believe in flat Earth and you're really honest with yourself after debates like those, and you still believe in flat Earth, you have to have some serious cognitive dissonance going on. You have to be
Yeah.
somehow messed up inside.
So the fact that people like Jeranism are still going after 3 years of solidly looking into flat Earth, you know, there's no way that in it, you know, he can really believe it still with all the things that's been proved wrong to him. So do you think that part of the flat Earth movement is just people trying to make money, or, you know, just trying to keep their YouTube going?
I don't know. Like, I can't claim to know all the agenda, everything that goes on, but it's like you look at people like him, it's like, what's he doing? I know I was in hangouts with him because I would talk to him on Skype, and I was in some hangouts with him, and I got to know him a little bit, at least whatever he was presenting in front of me.
Yeah.
And he seems more of a Gnostic, like he's trying to get some Gnostic message across rather than even flat Earth. I think that's more important to him.
Yeah.
So maybe he's using flat Earth or debunking NASA to springboard something else he really wants to talk about, or he's a part of a group of people that had some really twisted agenda. I really don't know. I don't know.
I think Globebusters definitely have a twisted agenda.
Well, it seems like it. Yeah, it
Yeah.
does. Yeah.
Well, Adam, I think I'm going to leave it there. I want to say thank you very, very much for coming on and talking to me. I really do appreciate that. You've got a new YouTube channel now. Do you want to promote that quickly?
Well, I don't do much on it. It's that clear cognition, and I'm going to start getting music again because I
Yeah.
used to love that, and I deleted my channel, and I lost all that stuff that I had on there. So I'm just working on new music, and I think I'm going to go more into that and put a few things on about flat Earth. But I think it's tough because I think when you deal with flat Earth, even if you come against it, sometimes you could draw people to believe it because they'll look at the other side, and if they're not stable in their mind, they could get sucked right into that, and who knows from there, right?
Okay. Well, thank you very much, Adam. I hope to speak to you soon again, and good luck with everything that you're going to do.
All right, thanks, man.
Thanks very
Appreciate
much.
We're living on a disk, floating through space with a tiny sun.